Here. What's up, guys? Happy Monday, July 3rd, 2023. I hope you guys are doing all right. 4th of July weekend, kind of, right? Hope you guys had a good weekend of DFS, baseball, whatever you played. NASCAR, sounds like that got a little bit wonky yesterday. Summer League coming up. We got NFL preseasons or spring training. What do they call it? Preseason, right? Next month. So it's starting to get there, but we got a month of the dog days, and we got the All-Star break coming up in like a week, maybe 10 days. So let's doom it right on out, man. What up, Don? What up, Obi-Wan? What up, Phil? Jake? Oh, Archie. What is Fanduel doing? Seems like they try to lose customers. I don't know what's going on with them today. I know I have to retrieve the pricing CSV from their site. Usually I'll do it before bed, but today or last night I stayed up way too long and I fell asleep. And so today when I got up to go get it, the site was down. But it's up now, so I don't know what the issue is. But hopefully it turns around, right? How you guys doing? We've got only 6 games tonight, so it's going to be pretty easy to research this, come up with a player pool, kind of analyze what's going on, maybe look at the weather, stuff like that. We're going to be using the rundfs.com MLB VIP spreadsheet for the duration of this one. You know the rules. You know the drill. It's going to be easy. What up, Mamba? What up, Travis? Brandon? Hope you guys doing all right. Little Monday baseball. So today is a lighter slate, and then tomorrow for the 4th of July is an extravaganza. It's going to be a lot of games. I believe every team plays tomorrow, right? Let me look at that. So maybe they'll go crazy, go stupid with the player pools. I don't know. I'll say it feels like DraftKings is putting out some options in the last week, right? Maybe some stuff's filling too soon. Yeah, it looks like, geez, 10 a.m. all the way through to 8 p.m. So we got all day. So I guess for the spreadsheet, I'll just throw every game in there. And then you guys can dissect whatever you want to play, you know? Rossa, Teheran, and Perez. Oh, man. Here, what up, EB? Let's go look at some weather. What up, Steven? Steven. Hope y'all got some Tucker. You guys been paying attention to these NBA transactions, these new contracts going out? And when this stuff like this develops this early, I just think about next season and how it's gonna go. What is this about? Twitter and all the Twitter bots I use have been jacked up because of that down stretch they had the other day. Like, my home run tweets aren't populating like they should. It's annoying. Since he had Washington Storms rolling through early, so a late start, it is certainly possible. Beyond that, a few more showers could trigger an in-game delay, but that's not too likely. All in all, I think it's just a late start, decently likely, low chance for in-game delay. Baltimore at the Yankees, increasing chance for late rain. The Royals at the Twins, a few storms popping up, gradually fading out after sunset. Hopefully one doesn't sit on the ballpark too long. More likely outcome is that they all miss. Excellent hitting weather, warm, humid, winds out to left. So that is from rotogrinders.com/weather/MLB from Kevin Roth. Feel like we're going to finally get this SP2 right. Hopefully. What up, Mighty Saint? Lillard's going to be a member of the Miami Heat soon. So, I mean, I obviously I've read the same rumors you guys are reading. Heat, Brooklyn Nets. And I'm just thinking, man, if he's got control of the yes or no, what could the Heat possibly offer for Damian Lillard to make it worth it for the Blazers, based on his value versus what you could get in return. And it could just be me, because NBA has like a knack for me being like, huh? Well, you did that? And everyone's like, yo, you can give him Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Huh? Get the freak out of here. Like, that's not worth it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I wonder if Dame just didn't like their draft or whatever, because he's been so adamant and so vocal about not wanting to be traded, and then boom, out of nowhere we get that bombshell. So I don't know. I love Dame. I like to see him on a contender. Starts with Hero, but that does not exactly right, Steve. Like, Hero's absolutely a chip, but what else are you gonna do? Nothing. What are you gonna do? Nikola Jovic and hope they think it's Jokic and be like, oh, you said yes, no backsies. Click. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, we'll give you Nikola Jovic. What'd you say? Yeah, that one. I don't know. What up, Tall? Yeah. Hope you're doing all right. I don't know. Maybe they do him a solid, do him a favor, but I can't see it. And then the Rockets, man, what are they doing? Well, yeah, it's just it's fun though. It's fun. I'm out here more excited for NBA than NFL, Because my phone is blowing up. Backcourt's not what Portland needs. Yeah, I don't know. If Portland's just gonna, rebuild. I don't think you rebuild with Tyler Hero. You know what I mean? You just get some nuggets, water it a couple years. Hopefully you get there. Let me open up lineups. Do a little bit of research, a little game by game. You guys know the drill. Open up the right slate. Fanduel slate options today are crazy. At least when I was on Cruncher. All right, Yankees lineup is out. So we're going to get that in there. DJ LeMahieu in the leadoff spot. Glaber. Giancarlo. Anthony Rizzo in the cleanup spot. Harrison Bader. Josh Donaldson. Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Anthony Volpe. And Higgy. Higgy and Herman looking to continue the magic, eh? Yankees have a 4.2 implied run total. Orioles 4.5. They are the favorites here. Tyler Wells taking on Domingo Germán. Tyler Wells 3.52 expected ERA, 26.5%. K rate 11.5% swinging strike rate, 16.8% called strike rate, and then an alarming 11.6% barrel rate. Not what you want in Yankee Stadium. Domingo Germán 4.4 expected ERA on the season, 23.5% K rate, almost a 14% swinging strike rate. He has been pretty Jekyll and Hyde. His great games are great, his bad games are bad. He perfect gamed the worst team in baseball history potentially. So I think the general consensus, and this is not a hot take, is every sharp guy is like, yeah, we're not going to overbuy into that. It is what it is. But coming off a 17.2% swinging strike rate, and the fact that he's a Vegas dog, 2.8 xFIP, 2.4 Sierra in that game. Prior to that, 6.4, 9.1, 5.2, 2.6. He's all over the road. So you never know what you're going to get with him. I think at 7,200, he's still worthwhile to, on a 6-game slate, be put into the Tier 3 category for pitching. So I'm going to do that. But I'm certainly likely to get to a 4-corner spot here. So let me go Domingo Germán here. I know we're going to get to Tyler Wells, and I know we're going to get to the Orioles and the Yankees. So let's talk about why that we want to pick on all 4 corners. Well, range of outcomes with these two offenses is pretty wide. But first of all, with Domingo Germán, he backs up his fastball, his negatively graded fastball, with a plus curveball. And we have several Orioles hitters that grade out pretty well so far against the curveball. Ryan O'Hearn has a negative grade. Adley Rutschman, negative grade, but every other pitch is positive. And it's just a tougher matchup for a guy like Domingo, who just may not have his best stuff right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So Orioles will be stacked. Let's see what kind of ownerships we're looking for, or we're looking at with Baltimore. Jeez, they're pretty trendy, but it's a 6-game slate. You're going to get that. 15% for Gunnar Henderson leads the team. Cedric Mullins, yeah, it is what it is. So flip it to the other side. Inversely, the Yankees are grabbing a little bit of ownership as well based on Gleyber and Giancarlo. So, again, the strikeout rates are high enough at these prices on both sides, especially DraftKings. You turn me into a 16 to 20, potential 20 plus. I'm there. So, each way, any calls here. So, Tyler Wells, how would he fail? Well, he's a heavy fly ball guy and a heavy barrel rate guy, right? Strikes out lefties more than righties. 4.73 xFIP to righties with a 2.31 home run per 9 to righties. And on the road, 2.7, so you don't have that left field wall in Camden to save you. So righties that can make contact, send one in the air. I think Stanton, if he can overcome this 30% K rate, he has a crazy barrel rate that'll match up pretty well with Wells. So does Josh Donaldson, but again, high K rate. So all the way around, kind of lazy to start that off like that, but I think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think there's any pushback here. I'm curious to see what the ownership on the pitching side of this is. Domingo's coming in at 11%, and Tyler Wells coming in at 19%. So in the grand scheme of this slate, right outside the top 4 for Tyler Wells, and then Domingo right outside the top, or right inside the top 6. So no surprise there. No surprise there. We live in a world where Brady Singer shut down the Dodgers, so all pitchers are in play in my mind. Yeah, it's baseball. That's baseball, Susan. It'd be like that. Braves and the Guardians. Bryce Elder taking on Gavin Williams. Braves have a 4.7 run total. Guardians 4. Gavin Williams on the season, 2.73 expected ERA, a 4.6 Sierra, 2.84 actual ERA. The whip is pristine. The K rate could be better. The swinging strike rate could be better, but he's getting some good call strike rate and 0 barrels in 12.2 innings. So good start for him. Hey, it's the Atlanta Braves. Braves are out here causing problems, and they're looking like a contender. Bryce Elder with 3.76 expected ERA. He's got a 20.5% K rate. The Guardians, as bad as they are, they don't strike out, so it's hard to imply any pitcher for elevated strikeouts, especially a pitcher that's not really a strikeout pitcher anyway. But at 8,100, if you thought Elder could hold on to 6-7 innings, certainly a weak enough offense, 91 WRC plus against righties, and a team that just doesn't hit with power, doesn't hit with barrels. Just J-Ram, Josh Naylor with a 200 plus ISO since the beginning of last year against righties. Elder against lefties, since we want to turn those guys around. Almost a 1 homer per night to lefties so far this season. Good ground ball rates, good soft contact rates. So it is what it is. I think if we got to Guardians, it's always for me just going to be a substack, pretty much featuring Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, guys like that. Maybe some Steven Kwan, hoping for 3 or 4 hits to add up. And I'm not that enamored with pitching Elder just because I don't believe in the strikeout upside. Like, I do believe Herman and Wells have that range of outcomes where they implode, especially Herman, but they also have that range of outcomes where they contribute a bunch of strikeouts. So I don't know that Elder turns in a 7-8 strikeout game that often in this spot. But at 8,100 on DraftKings, if you had that feeling in your bad knee, I certainly wouldn't push back on it. Not really that interested in pitching against the Atlanta Braves ever. And Gavin Williams hasn't done a whole lot in the major league level to be a high risk, high reward, or really just a high reward pitcher. He's not really a high risk generally. Well, let me go remind us what his minor league stuff looked like, to see if we might expect some progression for the strikeouts. 60, big time progression. 60.1 innings pitched in the minors, 81 strikeouts with a sub-1 whip. So they should still come eventually, and maybe 6,300 is an opportunity to take advantage of. But boy, oh boy, does this offense scare me. Are the Braves coming in super chalky? Wrong site. I guess either site will kind of tell that story. But let's go all teams, ownership. The Twins, looks like the Twins are up here. Braves, Acuna's up here. Looks like Acuna's at the tippy top, and then it drops to sub 10%. So now I get her a little bit. So like, I guess I could play both sides on a 6-game slate, but I'd probably be more interested in the Braves just because, man, are they good. 6,300, eh? 6,300, eh? What up, Grandpa Steve? What up, Conscious? Nothing starts with Heroes. He's a 3rd or 4th option. Yeah, I liked Hero, but for a team that basically when you put Dame on the market, it's sell mode, right? And I don't know that Hero fits what you need. Like, Hero can work somewhere, and I think Hero can be a 2 option in the right spot. But I don't think Portland's the right spot. All right, I'm gonna get crazy here. I'm gonna put Gavin. Let's put Gavin there. Let's put Braves in the full stack, Guardians in the sub stack, and that's all I got to say about that. They can't be too they're expensive. Let's see. Let's put 4 Braves in the lineup, right? Acuna. Let's put Olsen, Riley, Ozzy, or Murphy. Yeah, they're pretty doggone expensive. That's like Coors Field pricing. Let's just see what we get. Let's go. Oh, shoot. No. Not 350. No, stop it. I meant to crunch 50. Just see what we get, especially with pitching. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Pitching is coming in Snell, Wu, Webb, Wells, Herman. With the 4 men. It's not that hard to do it. I would say, like, it's cool that they price up the offense, but pitching's kind of cheap tonight, you know? Like, we get to the AKs real fast. And you just think about ranges of outcomes for that pitcher to have that spike game. Blake Snell, been good. He's been good. I don't know how Blake Snell goes from 10K to 8.6K on, like, the best stretch of his, 5-game stretch of his career? Like, how does that make sense? Wells, we talked about him. Domingo Armand. Brian Wu against San Francisco and Oracle. Big strikeout guy at 6,600. Like, I feel like it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back by pricing up the break, because you can still do it. But I see what you're saying. But this isn't a slate where I feel ultra compelled that I have to jam in the top 2 price pitchers. And even if I got one of them, it is what it is. So, I don't know. DraftKings, what are we doing? Let's matriculate on to the Royals and Twins. We got Austin Cox taking on Joe Ryan. Royals with a 3.7 run total. Twins with a 5.6. Joe Ryan, 10-point K. He's your guy when it comes to paying up for pitcher today. He's got himself a 27.3% K rate, sub-1 whip, 2.73 expected ERA, a pristine 5.7% barrel rate, and the Royals 79 WRC plus against righties. Not what you want. Sub 20% K rates in just 2 of the projected. That's Edward Olivares and Nicky Lopez. Everybody else can strike out an aggregate 1 and 4. So really, really good spot for Joe Ryan. Though Roth did say, wait, no, that wasn't this game. What game was he talking about for the hitting weather? Maybe it was this game. Let me double check. Yeah, here it is. Excellent hitting weather, warm, humid, winds out to left around 10. So better bump for the Twins, and the Twins look like they were picking up ownership, and the Twins prices are ridiculously low. Correa, Buxton, the only guys above 4K, really almost the only guys above 3K if you don't count Jose Miranda. So Twins are your value stack of the century against Austin Cox, who has 16 innings of innings pitched, 10.5% barrel rate in those innings, 4.71 expected ERA. Look like he's a little bit on the lucky side with a sub 100 average allowed to righties and a 5+ xFIP. Let's see what we got in the minors. So I guess that's why the Twins are pulling the ownership that they're pulling. Hard to push back. In the minors for Austin, 42.1 innings, 36 strikeouts, so a contact pitcher and a heavy whip, 1.4 whip. And what caused that whip? Was it average or walks or both? Lefties, yeah, a little bit of both. He had 14 walks in 31 innings against righties. Not what you want. 6, yeah, so command issues for a contact pitcher is kind of not what you want. So Twins are in an incredible spot here. They're going to come with ownership. And then Mr. Ryan, we'll put him as a tier 1. Boom. And then I think, therefore I am. What's the Ryan ownership? Cleveland lineups out. That's good. Ozzie Olsen. Unlock him. Joe Ryan ownership is 34%. What about Fanduel? 30%. So yeah, Joe Ryan's getting a lot of steam, but it's a premium matchup. But so I guess what I'm thinking here is, do I just throw some hedge stacks, because I almost always will stack against a super chalk pitcher, especially with plus hitting environment. It's not like it's a probable outcome. Wow, they got way more ownership than I thought they would. 13% on Bobby Witt, 9% on Salvi, Michael Garcia, 8%. Everybody else kind of unowned. But that was actually a little bit surprising to me. They're not a front end for me, but just I like stacking against chalk pitchers on medium slates, you know? What up, Cadelza? What up, Aaron Campbell? What up, Earth to Air, the billionaire? Added it. I like it. It rhymes. Do it. You can get there with Woo as SP2. Yeah, and Woo's not a bad option, right? Even if you had 2 of the 7K guys. How long have you been on here? Did I miss a lot? If so, what pitchers and teams you like? I only been live for maybe 25 minutes. You hope Ryan does not have PTSD after the Braves shelled him thoroughly. Yeah, Braves do that. Let me look at Joe Ryan's matchup stack game. I saw a tweet earlier today. People screen recording videos of scream or not scream for the Braves, like it's the Astros thing. So the Braves have to be cheating. Whatever. He had an 11% swinging strike rate, 72% first pitch strike. So like, obviously his swinging strike rate's a little low for what we know him to be, but not bad. And a 3.14 xFIP in that game. I mean, that just seems incredibly unlucky. What was his BABIP, like 450? Jesus. BABIP 500. A 21.62 FIP. So I didn't watch that game, but it looks like that was an incredibly unlucky game. No walks, swinging strike rate in the double digits. He had a 28% K rate. He did have 15 home run per 9, which home runs don't actually count against BABIP. 5 homers, Jesus. I wonder if they had something on him, you know? Like 5 homers is crazy. But yeah, I'm willing to have goldfish memory. I will say that for the 10K pitcher, if you're just a game log watcher, like his like last 7, there's one incredible game against Boston, right? Like even Detroit, terrible team. 13, like your output's not like incredible. So like again, if we're trying to create like, I don't know, outcomes where the Braves don't pick up a lot of ownership or can't be owned, like is Joe Ryan a priority click here, you know? Kind of, I don't understand the algorithm. Make it make sense. Tell me, looking at Joe Ryan's last 7 games, just 7 game sample size, and I'm not saying that algorithm should be results oriented, but like maybe they should for pricing. How does Joe Ryan stay at 10 plus K, but Blake Snell drops from 10 plus K to 8.6 K after he's literally averaging like 30 fantasy points in his last 7 games? Like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, how does this happen? I just don't understand what goes into the pricing. So maybe I'll come off of tier 1. Maybe I'll go tier 2. Like, I think his floor is solid. What up, Gilbert? Yeah. I hope you're doing all right. Get this AC going. Starting to pick up. 97 degrees, mostly cloudy. Mostly. Yesterday it rained. Was it yesterday? Or it rained at 99 degrees. I'm just like, man, at least cool it down. Now we're just hot, sticky, and wet. Not what you want. I don't think we're playing any Austin. We are stacking Twinsies, and then I'll meditate on what to do with the Royals. Might be worth just leveraging it, but like there's still like 2 or 3 guys that are way higher owned than I would like. Matriculate on to the Angels and Padres. Yami Barria taking on Blake Snell. Angels have an implied run total of 3.4. Padres 3.4, and this guy's 8,600. How is he not the highest projected owned hitter or pitcher? Excuse me. Oh, he is. I'm dumb. But he's not on Fanduel though. Okay. Yami Barria coming into this game with a 4.41 expected ERA, sub 20% K rate. Blake Snell 4.06 expected ERA, 31.5% K rate, and just really, really pristine right now. Angels do have a 110 WRC plus against lefties, and Blake Snell can, be a low efficiency pitch count kind of guy, walk guys at times. So I'm certainly interested in some Angels bats here, but I just think the opportunity at 8,600 on DraftKings is incredible based on recent form, and it's not a 1 or 2 game sample size. We're talking month plus. So I'm in on Blake Snell. I definitely want to start him as a tier 2, but man, if he ended up as Blake Perkins, what the freak, as one of my highest owned pitchers, or the highest owned pitcher for me, I don't think I would lose Slate based on the results. Padres run totals pushing 5. Yami Barria 1.5 home run per night to righties so far this season, just under 1 against lefties. Very high line drive rate to lefties, 300 average allowed. I'm in on the Padres. So I'm going to go Padres in the stack list. I don't believe I'm pitching Berea. And then Angels. I think I'm stacking Angels too. There's a lot of green in the ISO column. A lot of incredibly positive WRC plus. Just David Fletcher since the beginning of last year is the only guy that's not over 100 in the WRC plus. So we're stacking Angels. We're going to two-side that. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. If this Braves team was the Cubs, Yankees, Dodgers, or Red Sox, the hype and coverage would be unbelievable. Shapa on best hitting team ever if we bring the title home. They might. They're good. Maybe they make some deadline trades. Maybe they sign generational talents for pennies on the dollar. Oh, wait. They already have. Like Snell a lot today. Yeah, it's easy to like Snell. He's going to pick up half the field in ownership, I think. So half of every lineup will have Blake Snell. Can't really get away from it. But I tend to eat chalk at pitcher pretty easily. It's the offenses that I usually get a little bit more unique behind, you know. But I'm going to be on both sides. I'm not pitching Berea, though. Bomb Detector likes Matt Carpenter, surprisingly. I think that's Berea's high line drive rate to lefties, and Carpenter's stats are pulling from the beginning of last year, which is still pretty strong, even though this season's kind of dwindled, but metrics are still there. Actually, I'm curious. I mean, we got a minute. We got time today. Matt Carpenter. Let's look at his batted ball data. Chat, you guys do anything tomorrow? Do you guys like having 4th of July in the middle of the week or Tuesday? I feel like it kind of messes things up. I've never really celebrated 4th of July like that. Maybe back when I was younger, but it was more so the good times with the homies, right? Little barbecue, spend way too much money on explosives, shoot Roman candles at each other. But what the heck is this? Oh yeah, this is Matt Carpenter. Right? Yeah. But I feel like on a Tuesday, it's just like in the middle of a work week, right? Like you can't even. It's got 32% hard contact rate. Its pull rate's still really high. High fly ball rate. Line drive rate's fine. 9% infield fly ball rate. So we true fly ball that to 44. All right. Would like, I don't know, what's the barrels looking like? 12% barrel? I guess he's not as washed as it feels like. How many homers are we working with? At least his contact profile is not as washed as I thought it would be. He only has 4 homers. 185 plate appearances. Is that unlucky? Small town parade stuff here just to run into people I know. Off weekend, working today, working tomorrow. Yeah, right? Just feels like, I don't know, it's better celebrated. But I guess if you have a job that would give you the day off, sure. But it's like Memorial Day weekend, right? It's a 3-day binge, right? You can't really do that with 4th of July. Even when 4th of July falls on a weekend, I'm sure some of you guys maybe had some firework stuff over the weekend. But the last 10 years, though, I haven't really done fireworks because I just don't have the interest. But, like, I've always had, like, animals lately that hate them. So I'm always, like, trying to freaking get my animals to calm down. And it's wild to me because when I lived in the next town over 2 years ago, my dog Doug, oh my god, he got so anxious one night that he literally vomited on my kitchen floor, and it was a lot. And it just didn't make no sense to me because we lived in the town with SpaceX, and multiple times a day, SpaceX would shake the ground. You would think it was an earthquake, and the dogs would be fine with it. But the fireworks, no, not so much. And so I've kind of stayed away from it. Kind of outgrew it. But if you guys are doing fireworks, man, just be safe. Keep all your digits. Yeah. Let's move on to the next game. Mariners and the Giants. Brian Woo. You know it. Taking on Logan Paul Webb. I don't know why I made this a wrestling game, but hey, we're here. 3.3 run total for the Mariners, 3.9 for the Giants. Not a lot of implied offense, so pitchers on the table. Woo has been solid, 2.46 expected ERA, a little bit unlucky with the actual ERA, 33% K rate, 12.9% swing and strike rate, 16% called strike rate. Smoking righties much more than lefties so far. 5.28 xFIP to lefties, 412 average, and a high home run per night to lefties. So we'll spend a minute to go look at Mr. Woo minor league numbers to see if we can expect some progression. Let's split it. A-Rod's bouncing back at plus 325 points. That's a guy, right? That's a guy. 35 strikeouts in 24 innings against lefties in the minors. 159 average allowed. 0.75 whip. 0.42 ground out to air out ratio. So still a fly ball, batted ball. 5 walks, 24 innings. You might want that a little lower, but and no homers. So it does feel like he's gonna iron out the lefty split so far. And I wonder how much sample size behind the lefty splits. Just 22 innings. You tend to rack up the righty innings faster than the lefty innings. Fangraphs. Here we go. Brian Woo. Split that up. Yeah, just 6.2 innings against lefties, so not a ton. 3 bombs. So, not going to overstate that. 6,600. The price is just like way too low. Giants strike out almost 1-5, 1-4 against righties. They will platoon here, and they'll probably see half and half lefty righty. But even their lefties can strike out. They do have some guys that are a little bit more scrappy, namely Lamont Wade, Wilmer Flores, Luis Matos, but other than that, like, I'm fine with betting on 6,600 here. Big time discrepancy between Fanduel and DraftKings, $3,000 almost from site to site. So Woo's looking like a really good value today. And on Logan Webb's side, he's coming off a rough start against the Blue Jays, right? 6.5 fantasy points, 5 strikeouts, 5 innings, 8 hits allowed, 5 earnings. We'll look at the underlying metrics of that one. But again, Blue Jays, I don't fault people for bad games against the Blue Jays. Even though the Blue Jays haven't been as consistent, you just look at that team and be like, they're better. Not better than the Yankees, but they're better. Let's go look at that game. Plate discipline. 3.3% swing and strike rate. He's had a sub 10% swing and strike rate every game since May 27th against Milwaukee. So that's a little bit concerning. Batted ball data still on his side. Still a heavy ground baller, right? Big time. And he gets a lot of called strikes. Almost 21% called strike rate. So him getting strikeouts isn't necessarily reliant on a double-digit swing and strike rate, so I can forgive that. Mariners are an incredibly high strikeout team. Only J.P. Crawford, Ty France, and Colton Wong sub 20% K rates against righties since the beginning of last year, and we got a big lane of guys pushing 30%. So if you get on PrizePicks and they offer you, the second, third inning strikeout prop, if it's low enough, we might be interested in a little bit of action on that. But otherwise, both pitchers are definitely in play for me here. We're going to put Logan Webb. We're going to put Brian Woo. And we out here. I kind of like more pitching than hitters overall here. Picking on either team. It's hard to pick on Logan Webb, right? Even Logan Webb having a bad game against the Blue Jays. it wasn't through homers, So I just don't have a lot of short entry interest in stacking against him. Against Brian Wu, kind of the same thing, although he is a fly ball pitcher, but it's Oracle. Just not a big spot for me to want to cash in on. So if I ended up, if I run 20 or less lineups, no stacks of either team, not losing sleep process-wise, I think it makes sense, right? Do we know if Herman's going to be bathed in that sticky stuff again today? Might be able to get back-to-back complete games if so. Listen, Shannon. Listen, Linda. I hope so. I don't know. That's the Athletics suck, right? Like that's got to be the most, and this is my guy, right? It's my team. That's got to be the most unimpressive perfect game of all time, right? It's the freaking Athletics in O.co or whatever it is. What are you gonna do, man? We only got one game left on the docket. Take a pause for the cause. Let you guys know about the VIP. Been pushing it on the screen. It's right up 249. 249 to cash in for all things VIP for the end of this calendar year. And if you follow the YouTube post notification, or if you're in the free Discord, you got that announcement. Just a reminder, you can take 20% off of any pass right now. Any pass with the coupon code DONG. D-O-N-G. So this 249 drops to 199. And the reason why that's still crazy to me is because you get a $100 credit towards Fantasy Cruncher if you get that. So you essentially are paying $99 for all things VIP for the rest of the year once you hit that Fantasy Cruncher credit. So that's kind of crazy. Cruncher, the optimizer I use. So if you're looking to manage a portfolio lineups, whether it be baseball, football, or basketball coming up, I can walk you through my process of how I set that up in the premium Discord. So you get the Fantasy Cruncher credit, you get the RunDFS.com VIP spreadsheets for baseball, football, basketball, and you get access to the RunDFS.com premium Discord. Looks like this. You jump in here a couple times a week, depending on who wants to chat. I'll be in the pre-lock voice chat, making my pool, usually just hanging out, talking sports, debating LeBron James and MJ with Raj and so on and so forth. So come be part of that. That is a Dog Days of Summer exclusive. Won't be around for football season. So cash in while you can. And the 20% off coupon, probably should pull that pretty soon. Maybe we'll leave that up as a July 4th special, but then it probably has to come back because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So go take advantage of that. And DM me on Discord or Twitter if you have any questions, I don't care. I love that old dude in Major League that has salsa under his nose, whatever it takes. Hey, nah, I'm okay with pitchers having grip. The spider tack was kind of crazy though, kind of crazy. That was probably pushing it a little too far. All right, main event, and then we'll get some updated lineups in. Pirates at the Dodgers. Mitch Keller taking on Michael Grove. Mitch Keller, 3.2 expected ERA, 27% K rate, 20% called strike rate. Michael Grove, 5+ expected ERA, 1.6 WHIP. I'm not that interested in Michael Grove, and I do like the idea of a value pirate stack. And we ran that sample 50 lineup crunch with Braves, and then it kept throwing us some Pirates. It makes sense, man. Michael Grove's been getting smacked by lefties, and they've done us a favor. The Pirates, they threw Jack Swinsky in the leadoff spot the other day. I was like, okay, let's do this. And then you can turn Brian Reynolds around, and Carlos Santana, I don't know what he's sipping on. Maybe he's got some salsa under his nose. But a couple homers in his last 10 games, 3 of them to be exact here. So not as weak as you might perceive. So I do think the Pirates value stack makes a lot of sense today. So I'm gonna put them in the mix. I'm not gonna play Carlos Santana. I'm really not that interested in pitching against the Dodgers, but I do think Mitch Keller has reason to be clicked on, right? That K rate's really good, but kind of got the Logan Webb thing going, where he's got a decent K rate, but it's a single-digit swing and strike rate. A lot of it's based on called strikes. So, do I think he turns in a slate-breaking game? Probably not. But could he have a puncher's chance at 20? Yeah, probably. One game against the Dodgers, he pushed 30. So I think I throw him in my tier 3. And then the Dodgers, just being the Dodgers, I think they get in the stack list too. So let's do that. Let's put Dodgers here. Let's put Mitch Keller here. And that's it, man. I'm really going to be pretty diverse tonight with pitching. And I don't think this is throwing crap at the wall and see if it sticks pitching. Like, I think everyone that I list here has a reasonable range of outcomes to outperform their salary and be a positive contribution to the DraftKings fantasy score, right? Like, I think 20 plus is reasonable, or it's not an outlandish expectation or range of outcome for any of these guys. So I kind of like where I'm at here. Just 6-game slate, playing a lot, but that's the nature of the beast for 6 gamers. So we're gonna substack Guardians. I might end up doing a Royal substack. I just don't think I can get into a full onslaught, so we'll do that. Give us a little bit of leverage against the high-owned pitcher, and boom. We did get some confirmed lineups, so we'll get those punched in. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, hot takes, throw them at me. But let's go back and fill in some stuff. Orioles lineup looking like Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Anthony Santander, Ryan O'Hearn, Ramon Urias, Cedric Mullins. Oh God, Aaron Hicks in Yankee Stadium. Oh God. Oh God, you just know, right? You just know. You just know. Off of Domingo. Oh my God. Oof. Guardians lineup: Stephen Kwan, Rosario, J. Ram, Josh Naylor, Andres Jimenez batting 5th, Josh Bell, Will Brennan, Miles Straw, and Bo Naylor. I believe. Oh, we had the Twins lineup too, right? Correa, Donovan Solano, Buxton, Kyle Farmer, Castro, Miranda. Listen, Miranda. Christian Vasquez, Michael A. Taylor, Max Kepler in the 9th spot. Boom, that's our slate. I heard Grove too, but still need confirmation. Is it Grove? Is it Grove? Oh, I don't know. I just pulled it from sites. Grove will be recalled Monday to start against the Pirates if Clayton Kershaw is placed on the injured list. Oh, yeah. I got freaking Kershaw in the thumbnail, don't I? Whoops. So I guess you got to wait to see if Kershaw is going to be on the IL. But I feel like at that suspicion, it is what it is, right? Kershaw has dealt with left shoulder inflammation for several days, and the team continues to evaluate him ahead of Monday's series opener. Manager Dave Roberts said after Sunday's loss to the Royals that it's possible Kershaw lands on the IL, and he also said that Grove will take the mound to begin Monday's game if Kershaw is unavailable. Grove made 5, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like it's Grove if it's not Kershaw. But that much uncertainty revolving Clayton Kershaw, I would pretty much expect it's going to be Michael Grove. Anything else for me, guys? Otherwise, man, I appreciate you joining me on a Monday. I don't think that we're going to do a stream tomorrow. But I'll tell you what, I bet, I don't know for sure, but I bet Terry will. So make sure you're over there. Looks like he's about to fire up. So, hey, that worked out great. If you guys want to go check out some more baseball ideas. Oh, shoot. That's the wrong link. Sorry. I mean, that's a good link, too. But everyone head over here. We're going to spam Cherry's link. Spam Terry's link. And he's going to break down the slate, too. Maybe he has some hot takes that I don't. But I'll be out of here. If you guys got anything else for me, I'll be in the Discord. Hit me up on Twitter. Get that VIP pass. Get that special. Get locked in. SP2 today, I like a lot, Mamba. I do. I think if I would make a lineup right now, you can give me Blake Snell and Brian Wu. I can do whatever the F I want. You know what I mean? Salary-wise. Those two, way too cheap. Way too cheap. Look at this. Look at this. 43 per. Cheap catcher. Now the Braves ain't so expensive, are they? Appreciate you guys. Yeah, be safe tomorrow. Come back with all your fingers. Put it in reverse, Terry. I love you guys. Tell somebody out there you love them. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your family if you are blessed enough to spend some time with them tomorrow. Hope you guys crush it tonight. Good luck. God bless. Go win some money.